The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? Happy Friday morning to everybody. Yo, TGIF to everybody. I hope everybody's having a great day. Be safe out there on the roads. Be safe, wherever you are. Got a nasty weather stuff going on the East Coast, Midwest. So just be safe. I hope everybody's doing well on this Friday. What a huge Friday we got going on in crypto, man. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to get into. We're just getting started over here. And big day yesterday in crypto. Didn't really get what I think we got what we wanted. We got what we needed for the time being. We'll get into all of that. But this is a huge momentum shift going into 2025. We all thought that 2025 was going to be the year. It definitely is shaping up that way so far. So we're going to get into all of that. I have a huge busy day at work today, guys. So I'm going to step out of here at 8 o'clock or maybe even just slightly before. I have a huge busy day. I have like a ton of stuff that I have to get done. It's a busy time of year for me, closing the year, opening the year. So got a lot of stuff going on, but can't miss today because it is TGIF with my people live streaming. Good morning, Elmo. Good morning to Junior. Good morning to Selmo. How you guys doing? And the other 30-something people that are either watching on YouTube, watching on X, or watching on Twitch. We are definitely here. And people will start to slowly matriculate in. That's a big word this morning, matriculate. But definitely is a Friday, and we're about to get up. We're about to get after it, man. It's huge Friday. What's up, Ken? What's up, Ken? Good morning, good early afternoon to you as well over there across the pond. What's up with my man Seiko? He is he all right out there? Is he burnt down? Is he all right? What's going on? What's up with that? Hope he's doing well. Let's get into these markets. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what the deal is here. Have the Asian markets? They did what they did. They closed down a little bit. Japan actually raised their interest rates yesterday, which was interesting. They actually came up and raised their interest rates, trying to get a handle on their inflation over there. So we got to keep an eye on that and see what's going on. Has an effect on the overall market. The Europeans, Ken and them guys, Ken Fairground, all them guys, they woke up, man. They decided to take some of their profits out of crypto and start to pump this market up a little bit. They started to, but they know what the deal is. They're gonna take some of this money up out of this market and put it in crypto. So definitely, European markets are trading okay. They're trading okay. In the middle of a big storm. Yeah, we're getting pounded over here too, Ken. It's rough, man. It's rough. Seiko's A-Team strong. Yeah, he's always been. That's good. That's all good though, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. It is what it is. Uh, no love lost there. No love lost. No love lost. We just all peaceful. The United States pre-markets, they look like they're gonna open up all in red. See what goes on. This may change as the morning moves on, but they had a huge monster day yesterday in the stock market. S&P, Nasdaq, Dow, they outperformed really well yesterday. So I think we're gonna do all right. I think we'll do all right. Let's check on our boy. Let's check on our boy over here in NVIDIA. Trump came out with some big news. We'll get right into here in a second. Yesterday, that directly affects NVIDIA. Wants to be the AI leader in the world, right? And NVIDIA is going to see the effects of that, right? So we'll go ahead. We'll pull up NVIDIA over here, see where they're trading at, and then we'll get into some of those ETFs. Something really interesting going on with these ETFs this morning that we got to talk about and look at because it's interesting to what's going on. Got to find my NVIDIA chart here. Market doesn't want to cooperate this morning. Find our NVIDIA chart, Selmo. Find our NVIDIA chart. See what the heck's going on over here. I hope I didn't delete it. There we go. There's our NVIDIA chart. 146. Not too bad. Not too bad. We got 10. Yeah, down there where you're at, 10 inches of snow is a lot. Where I'm at, man, 10 inches of snow that's pretty standard. Yeah, snowballs and blue balls. Okay. Oh, but yo, we see NVIDIA sitting over here at 146, doing really well. Definitely going to be the leader in AI. Guys, here's the bottom line. When the president comes out and says that he's making a tremendous amount of investment in AI and a cryptocurrency, specifically AI, when we're talking about NVIDIA, no AI moves without NVIDIA. They make the chips. Everybody can say what they want to say about what they want to do with AI. If they're not running NVIDIA chips, then they don't. Then they're just not going to make it. So AI starts and stops with NVIDIA, and it is what it is. Crypto Confident. Good morning. So, so NVIDIA is actually holding up pretty good, with this news sitting at 146. So like where NVIDIA is, look for NVIDIA to go on a run. And just from a stock market perspective, watch the power plants go on a run as well. Anybody that's invested in nuclear power that has that on their portfolio as a power plant, watch them guys to go on a run too, because you can't get to AI and you can't get to massive blockchain development without nuclear power, and that's pretty obvious. And watch all that stuff go on a run. Yeah, he made that announcement. We're gonna get into that announcement that the United States will that the United States will be the cryptocurrency and AI capital of the world. So, this is what I'm talking about. These investments that are being made, you have to front run some of these investments. You have to know what's coming, and you have to front run some of these investments. That's how you make your money. Is you got to front run a lot of these cryptos, a lot of these AI projects, a lot of these nuclear facilities, or people that have nuclear power on their balance sheet. You have to front run them. You can't be late. And we're not late here in crypto, and we'll get to that. We're not late. We're right on the money here. yeah, AI will be pushed hard, and real world tokenized assets. And we'll talk about why them are going to be pushed real hard as well. So when we look at the inflows and outflows of these ETFs, which we know push the market, you look at the inflows to the Bitcoin ETF sitting at 188 million right now. Definitely up there. You see the flows coming in, but you look at Ethereum, the flows are coming out negative 14.9 million right now. That's not good. Yeah, but none of them guys run, Junior, without Nvidia. None of them guys run without Nvidia, and that's why I'm telling you, nothing happens without Nvidia and AI. Nothing happens without the chips, right? You can't do anything without the chips. So we look at IBIT, BlackRock being the number one buyer of Bitcoin right now, killing it, buying the hell out of Bitcoin. So definitely, IBIT, their ETF is absolutely killing it. You look at the Ethereum ETF, looks like Fidelity is the number one buyer today of the Ethereum ETF. And when you look at the biggest holder of Ethereum and Ethereum ETF, they're way down here, which means that they're selling, right? And that's BlackRock is actually selling. The Bitwise. Bitwise is interesting because Bitwise put out a proposal for a Dogecoin ETF as well. And you see that they're the number two buyer of Bitcoin right now. So Bitwise is starting to step their game up a little bit. So definitely like that. Grayscale, watch out for Grayscale. Because every time Grayscale puts in big buys, they also dump dick in the market. So you got to watch out for that. Yeah, they're the AI Musk users, but like I said, none of that runs without NVIDIA. None of it. None of it. What's up, Big Watch dude? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So them are the ETFs. You see positive inflows into Bitcoin, negative inflows into Ethereum, right? Come over here. We look at the cryptocurrency market. We'll go ahead and we'll look at that in a minute. 2030, where's the Nvidia price going to be? I think that they'll split that stock probably twice, well, maybe once before then. So it's hard to say. I think that they'll split that stock. I think that stock will run up to roughly about between $900 and $1,000, and they'll split it again. They'll split that stock again. The same way they did Tesla, There is some AI concerns, Ken, but I think you got to have guardrails and regulations around it, and that's what'll happen. That's what'll happen. We'll be fine. You'll be fine with AI. But I think, Selmo, I think that Nvidia will get split because they have to make it appealing to everybody to buy in. And once you start getting a stock over $1,000, it's not really appealing to the average person to buy in. So you split them. That's what Tesla did, and they'll continue to split. They'll continue to split that Nvidia stock. So when we look at this cryptocurrency market, we're sitting at 3.64 trillion, which is definitely on an upswing. Definitely on the upswing. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 61 right now, 57% dominance. Ethereum sitting at 11.2% dominance. Ethereum is actually on a nice little run this morning. It's not doing too bad. Up to 3,400. Somebody must have kicked the bed and told them guys to wake up, right? Because they've been crapping the bed lately, right? So somebody kicked them and told them guys, somebody better wake up. Bitcoin sitting at 105. XRP sitting at 319, right? XRP sitting at 319. I think that this is we're getting ready. XRP may drop to like 280, 290, maybe. But it's setting up for a massive run here. Definitely setting up for a massive run. Solana sitting at Solana sitting at $284 right now. Not too bad. Solana's doing okay. Solana's got problems. The Donald Trump token broke that. BNB still sitting under $700, which I'm absolutely surprised. $689 right now. Dogecoin 36 cents right now. Watch out for that Bitwise Dogecoin ETF. Watch out for some meme coin ETFs starting to come out as well. Based on some of this news, I think that we're gonna get some positive news. Tron Coin showing some strength right now, and Chainlink is absolutely showing strength at 26.30. These guys are linking everybody together. Real world tokenized assets. We're gonna get into. We'll just talk about it right now. I don't have the article pulled up, but you look at the BlackRock CEO. Larry Fink is really lobbying hard for the stock market to come over to blockchain and utilize blockchain and real tokenized assets, right? So when we talk about real world tokenized assets, you look at BlackRock and a bunch of these other guys really leading the way, trying to get a lot of real world use cases over there. And one of them actually is tokenizing stocks and things like that. So the push is on for that. There's rumors out there that they want to use the Solana blockchain, which would be an epic failure. If the Donald Trump token and Melania token crash that, then there's no way in hell that they would ever be able to run the stock exchange off of that. So, so I don't think that that's going to be the case. And it's got to have speed, right? It's got to have speed. Scottish, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. SPX 6900. Yeah, we'll get into some of that. I like that token right there. I like SPX 6900. I think that they're going to be strong in this bull run. It's one of my favorite memes. It's one of the ones that I have in my bag. I also have a long end on it with low leverage. I think it's going to be very strong in this bull run. So I do like SPX 6900. But real world tokenized assets are really starting to take shape, and BlackRock has really put the push on for this. And it's just a matter of what blockchain they fall on, right? And you can run down through here and you say, well, they're not going to fall on. They're not going to fall on. They're not going to fall on Bitcoin. Way too slow and sloppy. They're not going to fall on Ethereum. Way too many gas fees are too high. Speeds are too low. They're not going to fall. They're not going to fall on the XRP ledger because it's just not what it was built for. It's just not what it was built for. Solana, they're not going to fall on Solana because Solana has issues. When the volume gets too high, there's issues there. I'm not going to fall on BNB just because, the blockchain's outside of the United States, right? And they got issues over there. Cardano, possibly, maybe could possibly happen. Tron, Justin Sun owns that. Not a chance there. Chainlink, not built for that. AVAX really put a lot of money into real world tokenized assets and building their blockchain up. Possibility there. SUI, just not up to that standards and up to that scale yet. XLM, not built for that. HBAR, possibly there. So there's some possibilities that where that could go with real world tokenized assets in the stock exchange. So I like that. Base chain, base is moving. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some of these chains and see where the volume is, right? Let's have a look, because people can tell you whatever the hell they want. You gotta look at the numbers, right? Fuck what people say. Look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie. Solana's up. Solana's up 417% on the week, which was 3 something when we streamed last time. So they're actually gaining more and more volume over there on the weekly. Actually, Ethereum's up 92% too, which is good for them because they were negative before they took the number 2 spot back from BSC. And BSC is up 338%, and then you look at Arbitron, which is a shocker, right? I've talked about that a lot. Arbitron sitting here at number 4 surprises me a little bit. I didn't expect to see the volume on this particular blockchain to be this high, and then Base sitting at number 5, up 12.9%. Base is going to have a lot, and Sui sitting here at number 6. Sway sitting here at number 6. You guys know that. You guys understand that Sway is the fastest growing blockchain in the history when it comes to time frames and in the amount of users on a blockchain. Sway is the fastest growing blockchain in history. You guys do understand that, right? I keep talking to you guys about the circulation of money, right? So just keep that in mind. But Base is one of them things, you know what I mean? Like when you look at it, Base is in a unique situation because they peg themselves to Ethereum, right? So when you peg yourself to Ethereum, you're gonna do as well as the token that you're pegged to, right? So when you look at that, you look at Solana. You know, they've basically got a big pump up from the Trump tokens, and they got a big pump up, you know, from their volume, and a lot of their other tokens do well along with their price, right? Ethereum's struggling right now, and they're kind of folding from within when it comes to their foundation. You know, we'll see where this price goes when it comes to Ethereum. But Base is going to go as far as Ethereum goes, right? You can't peg your token to Ethereum. And if Ethereum struggles, the token that it's pegged to is going to struggle too. So Base is in a very unique situation, right? There will be some runners over there. There will be some tokens that really take off and really do well. But you know, a lot of the tokens that'll do well on a Base chain, you'll see will be on the exchanges as well. Trump or Pepe? I'll go with Pepe. I think Trump's a little bit oversold right now, and you're gonna see a downfall with that a little bit. You're already starting to see the pullback. What's going on? Good morning, my brother. Base just consistently growing. Yeah, Base. Like I tell you guys, the biggest blockchains I think that are going to be in this bull run are going to be Base, Sui, and you know, as far as gains, it's going to be Base, Sway, and I think that them are the new ones on the block, and they're gonna see a lot of volume. The difference is you can actually see the volume in Sway. You can't see really unless you come over here and really dig down deep into these numbers. You can't really see that volume on Base because they're pegged to Ethereum. So that's what makes it tough. But make no doubt, like if Ethereum takes a shit, all your Base tokens that are pegged to that's going to take a shit too. You know. Hold on. I got like this major issue going on right now. It's telling me I have a major issue. All right. So, I mean, never. Yeah. I just think that it's one of these things here where when we look at this, thing, we got to be realistic about it as well. Right. And, Base is going to go as far as Ethereum, you know. There will be some runners off of there. It's so hard to say that it's not going to do what it needs to do. But it's definitely going to struggle with Ethereum just because that's what it's pegged to. And Ethereum's going to struggle. If Ethereum doesn't fix what they got going on right now, they're going to struggle. So let's go ahead. Let's look at some of this news that's come out. Donald Trump signs executive order for digital asset stockpile, right? Now, everybody's going crazy about this and making assumptions about, you know, everything, right? Like people are saying, uh, stop fudding. Yeah, I'm not fudding. A lot of times I just tell the truth, right? So like that's the thing. Um, and you know, you're pegged to what you're pegged to. You know what I mean? And you are what you are. You know, and at the end of the day, you know, you are what you are. And if you're pegged to something, you're pegged to something, and you live and die with what you're pegged to. And we'll see. We'll see what goes on. Donald Trump signs executive order for digital asset stockpile. People are going crazy about this, and they're saying, well, you know, he didn't just specifically say a Bitcoin strategic reserve, so there's going to be more tokens in the stockpile, you know, and what are they? And there very well may be, right? So let's go back and look at let's deal with the facts here. And let's look at kind of what Senator Loomis, who's going to head this committee, says that she wants a Bitcoin strategic reserve, right? And she heads this committee, right? This is her baby now. They charged her with making sure that this thing runs, which was a good pick, right? She's been a cryptocurrency advocate for a long time. So this has been a good pick for the Trump administration to put her in charge of this digital asset committee. And she, you know, specifically says in her statement right here that she can't wait for a Bitcoin strategic reserve. So you know at least you're going to get that, right? Minimally, you're going to get that. Not to mention, Trump did have a meeting yesterday with the president of El Salvador, and you know for a fact that the Bitcoin was on the menu of things to talk about, right? Because El Salvador is really a Bitcoin city, right? So you know that was definitely on the menu of things to talk about, right? So we know we're going to get a bill with that in there when it comes to Loomis and it comes to Trump. We're going to at least get that, right? But then you come over here and you look at what Trump has said about no taxes on companies that are here in the United States. So if you do get a stockpile of cryptocurrency, it's going to be picked out of these, right? It's going to be picked out of these. It's going to be picked out of, you know, Algorand, you know, XRP, ADA, which is why we go back to that whole stock market situation, real world tokenized asset stock market, and ADA kind of maybe being in the lead for that, and HBAR as well. So you got ADA, you got XLM, and you got HBAR, and you got XYC, right? So these are the United States companies that, you know, would be tax free if Trump got his way, right? So now you look at it and you say, if they do go back to a stockpile, right, and they start really stockpiling cryptocurrency in this reserve, well, what are they going to stockpile? Well, they're going to stockpile these. This is your list. You know, don't make it any more complicated than what it has to be. They're already telling you the ones that they're backing because they're United States-based companies. And here's your list. You know, you don't need to go any further than what's right here on the list. And if that happens, I can tell you that all of these projects right here will outrun everything else in the market. You know, and obviously Bitcoin's on this you know, obviously that's on this list too, but these are the United States companies. So it'll outrun everything on this list. You know, ISO 2022, yeah, that's coming in March. I'm having a lot of trouble with this warning that continues to pop up on my computer here. So it's telling me that I got a crucial update that needs to happen and wants to do it. And it's like sitting right in the middle of the chat. So let me see if I can fix that. Let me see if I can fix that. What's up, Tim Ski? What's up, my brother? What's up? What's up? What's up? Don't do it. I probably won't do it. You know, it's probably a scam. It's a scam. What's up, Tim Ski? But it's sitting right in the middle of my chat, which is pissing me off. But but yeah, so I mean, don't read more into it than what's already there. Politicians always tell you what they're going to do before they do it because they don't want to shock the markets, and they're telling you what they're going to do before they do it, right? And that's the deal. So if we get a stockpile, it's going to be right there. So to tell you the truth, I own all of these, right, except for XYC. I don't own that, and I probably won't because I'm not looking to add a ton of more altcoins to my portfolio at this point. I don't own that, but I do own the rest of these. So I'm playing the market the way that these regulations are telling us to play the market, right? And you don't overthink it. You know what I mean? Don't overthink it. It is what it is. They're telling you what they're going to do, and just follow what they're saying. But this is huge news that everybody was looking for Donald Trump to sign an executive order actually saying that they were going to get a Bitcoin strategic reserve. It's going to come out of that committee, right? It's going to come out of that committee, and it's going to come out of Loomis, and who's basically running that committee, right? So she basically in her statement has told you that minimally they're going to get a Bitcoin strategic reserve, right? That's what she's pushing for. And the other big news too is that the SEC has actually rescinded a regulation that didn't allow banks to use custodian your Bitcoin, right? So now banks now have the freedom to go ahead and be the custodian of your Bitcoin. You don't want the bank to be the custodian of your Bitcoin. I get that. I understand that. I wouldn't give my Bitcoin to the bank either. But there's a lot of normies out here that don't really understand this whole DeFi sector and this whole DeFi space, because this DeFi space is complicated. Self-custodying your own crypto and all of this and that, right? And it's not backed by the FDC and all that stuff, right? So a lot of these people don't want to play in this arena, which is why your ETFs are so popular and so on and so forth, right? And it's easier for the banks to custodian people's crypto for them. And now they're able to do that. So what we've seen in the last 24 hours is basically the guardrails start to come off crypto, right? Yeah, sum all this up, right? Let's just sum all this up for what it is. The roadblocks have started to come off of cryptocurrency. And what's happened is basically the administration has told these guys, go out and build. They have told the banks, they have told the financial institutions, go out and build, go out and make sure that you're blockchain compliant. You're getting ready to move your money on the blockchain as far as the ISOs go, which take effect in March. Go build. You're safe. You're safe to do so. We're gonna make regulations. We're gonna take care of you. So go make this blockchain thing happen, right? And that's the marching orders right now for these financial institutions from this administration, right? Which is a big change in the marching orders that they had before, which was don't build anything on blockchain because we're going to shut it down. So it's different. What do I think the time frame is? Big Watch. I think this thing is going to happen sooner rather than later, right? I think, by the end of the first quarter of this year, out of this committee, you're going to have some recommendations and some bills sitting on the president's desk that he's going to sign. I think that this thing's going to happen quick. It's going to happen fast. I mean, you got to remember, you're less than a week into this administration, and this stuff is already, unfolding, right? I also think that you're going to see the immediate pullback from the SEC of the XRP case, right? So before Dirty Gary left, he put in the appeal, so on and so forth. I think you'll see that appeal officially get pulled back in the SEC just to let the case be where it is, right? They're not going to appeal it. They're just going to let it be where it is. And that's the easiest way to resolve the issue. That's the easiest way to resolve the issue. So I think that's what you're going to see. because there's really nothing left to litigate, right? There's nothing left to litigate outside of what they put in the appeal. There's nothing left to litigate. So I think if they pull the appeal back, that satisfies everybody. Imagine a bank run on BTC, y'all. It could happen. It could happen. It definitely could happen. Which is why you know your FDIC assured. Are you guys relaunching that token, Junior? You guys relaunching that, or are you guys gonna stick with what's there? What are you guys doing with that? What are you guys doing with that project? So this is the huge news right here. You know, I mean, when you look at this, like, what a change in 72, hours. What is what? No, you guys aren't relaunching. You guys are gonna go with what's there. All right. So what a change in 72 hours of cryptocurrency, right? And where we are. And this is why this thing's gonna go to the moon, right? So let's just kind of talk about it for a minute. When you look at the ISO tokens, right? When you come down here and you look at XRP, you look at XLM, you look at Algorand, you look at HBAR, you look at all these tokens, everybody's trying to give you a price point on where XRP is going to go, right? And XLM and HBAR, Quant, and all them things, right? Nobody can give you an actual accurate price point to where these things are going, because they're about to do something that's never been done before. So how can you predict the price of something that is getting ready to do something that's never been done before? You can't. You can look at a chart. Like, we can go back over here, right? And we can look at TradingView, and we can say, XLM, the price points are, we got support and resistance at this line and this line and this line and this line. But all of this was done without the guardrails being taken off, right? So you don't know what's gonna happen. Neroni up today. What is your weekend prediction? Prediction, Daniel. I'm not sure why Neroni's up today, Ken. But I didn't even look at it. But my prediction is I think we'll hold the line this weekend. I think we'll hold the line. I think you're going to get some more positive news on crypto today. I think this is with the executive orders being signed, with the meeting with the El Salvador president, with this committee being set up, the SEC starting to take the guardrails off of the banks. I think that, you may get something else today out of the administration that even, pumps up crypto a little bit more. You're sticking with it, but they're going to try to launch a sister coin. Be careful launching too many tokens. Trump rugged y'all. Trump didn't rug y'all bad. Trump didn't rug y'all. All right. Steve. I think RUSD is probably going to be RUSD and USDC are probably going to be the two main stable coins in the ecosystem for cryptocurrency. USDC because it's backed by BlackRock, and RUSD because you're going to see a lot of XRP movement. So okay, all right, Junior. Man, this thing is really, really in the way, man. It could be. I think it very well could be Big Watch. Because I'm the junior. Because I'm the junior motherfucker. Oh, my reputation precedes me. Yeah, you ain't lying. You got a good one, man. You got a good one. Curtis, what's up, man? What's up? Good morning, Curtis. But yo, this is why I think, I think we're gonna be all right, and I think this weekend you're going to see some positive movement, right? You're going to see some. I think we'll at least hold the line, right? You see, Bitcoin's been traded between 101 and 107 all week, right? So it's been a lot of volatility. It's been up and down. I think you're going to see a little bit of volatility in this market, in this market uh, until a lot of this stuff is shaken out, right? A lot of this stuff is shaken out. But always follow the money, right? Always follow the money. And right now you got Larry Fink talking about real world tokenized assets, right? And that seems to be the marching orders right now for BlackRock, right? Well, BlackRock controls all of these markets. So, look for that. Look for a lot of talk around real world tokenized assets, fundable assets, all the stuff like that. We've been telling you guys on here for a long time, the drivers of this bull run are going to be real world tokenized assets, AI, and ISOs. That's who's going to drive this next bull market. That's memes are going to play a key role in this bull market. But right now it looks like they're number 4, and they were number 3. So, but don't sleep on memes this bull market. They're going to play a key role. They're going to play a monster role. I mean, when your president comes out and launches a meme coin, whether you think it's good, whether you think it's bad, is irrelevant. I think it's terrible. I told you that I thought it was terrible for the space, but the fact that he did it gives legitimacy to everything. And you can't come back and say that that's a security now. Oh, I know. Junior, you're pretty safe. You're a pretty safe investor. So what's Jasmine doing over here? We love our Jasmine sitting at 2.8. Jasmine got crushed, man. During this last downturn, Jasmine got hammered pretty hard. Jasmine got hammered pretty hard. And it's starting to move its way back up, just like everything else. H bar, 34 cents right now, starting to make its way back up too. H bar is really starting to make its way back up. I think you're going to see a big run on these ISO tokens. Look at Hex up 15% today, up to a penny. I'm still not sleeping on that whole pulse chain ecosystem. I think that there's room there. There's room there for that to move. Not sleeping on it yet. Yeah, Trump had to capitalize, and for people who you don't understand, you can't launch that meme token when you're the president, right? So he had no choice but to launch it. When he launched it, I just didn't think it was. I didn't think it was a good look. I just didn't think it was a good look for crypto in general. Actually, to tell you the truth, it literally put on the forefront everything that you don't want to be the forefront for crypto. You don't want meme coins to be the topic of your news. You want this to be the topic of your news, right? The topic of your news. That you want this, the movement of blockchain, the development of blockchain, the legitimacy of blockchain in real world, right? You don't want meme coins to be the number one thing that's talked about in the news. when it comes to crypto. Yeah, I couldn't. And Solana broke, like literally Solana broke when you were trying to get in. Solana broke down, man, and a lot of people lost a lot of money because Solana broke. They couldn't buy, they couldn't sell. Solana's got a problem. But when we talk about BlackRock and we talk about the news that came out yesterday about the real world tokenized assets, well, what is BlackRock invested in? They're invested in Ondo. Look at where Ondo is right now, $1.42. Went on a nice ride yesterday. Went on a nice little ride yesterday, ranked number 31. So they're up another 6.9% today. So Ondo Finance, watch out for them when it comes to real world tokenized assets, because if BlackRock continues this push, they could continue their push up the ladder. Where are we looking at on this hour right here? Here's this hype coin I keep telling you guys about, back up to $24.50. Jasmy's up another 3% on the hour. Dexy, this is one I've been watching too. I've been watching it steadily move up the charts. Been doing pretty well. Quant up another 2.19%. Doing pretty good. Algorand, up another 0.7%. Doing well. So, hey, I ran up and dumped. I mean, the Trump coin dumped, man. That thing was up to like 70 something bucks, man. I think that thing's down, man. It's getting crushed right now. It's getting crushed. I don't think it's going to reach 200. I think it's going to trade in the range that it's trading in right now. Unless they do something crazy with it. You know what I mean? Unless they sneak it into the strategic reserve or something like that. Unless they do something crazy with it, which, is not beyond the realm of possibility, right? Anything can happen. If they somehow sneak this into the strategic reserve, all bets are off, right? All bets are off right there. Go ahead and pull it up right there. There it is. Sitting at $33 right now. Sitting at $33 right now. Look at it. It's down here on the hour. It's down. On the day. Look at it on the day. Not doing. I mean, it was all the way up here. It was up in the $70 range. You know what I mean? On the week, it was $74. People that bought in way up here at $74 are absolutely got crushed. They absolutely got hammered. If you bought all the way up in there, but it's not beyond the realm of possibility, that this thing could sneak its way into the strategic reserve. Now, the Melania token, I don't think that's going to do much, to tell you the truth. I think that if you're going to invest in any presidential token, this is probably the one. That Donald's probably the one. I don't think that the Melania token is really going to do much. But look at Crow starting to wake up a little bit too, sitting at 14 cents, starting to wake up a little bit. So like to see that, man. Like to see that. Yeah, you need to invest a lot. If you were going to get into Trump right now, you better have some money to get in. You better be dropping some cash in order to make some money. Whereas, a lot of these other blue chips, we were buying so early in the bear market that, you basically were able to just sit back and just DCA and accumulate over the past couple of years, right? The Donald Trump token just came out. So, there hasn't been that accumulation period. But if you're looking to make some money off of it now, you got to have a big chunk of change to throw in there, or you got to be willing to put that on leverage. Maybe. I don't see it going to $200 though. I think $200 is a long shot. I mean, 2xing from here, you're looking at about $70. Yeah, I mean, if you get in some low caps, you can make life changing money, and a lot of people have, right? A lot of people have. And, um, that's why we look at them, and we're invested in some of them. But if all of your money is in low market caps, you're going to get wrecked. The majority of them aren't going to make it. The majority of low market caps will not make it. There's too much greed there. When it comes to the devs, there's too much greed there. When it comes to the community, there's just way too much greed that comes along with low market caps and not a lot of control. You know, so that's the problem. So you got to be willing to risk it for the biscuit, but I wouldn't be risking my whole portfolio for the biscuit. I'll tell you that. Uh, you'll get absolutely destroyed. And if you don't know how to get out, if you don't know how to pull out, you will absolutely get destroyed. Uh, yeah, day of launch. Not even day of launch. Uh, Half hour of launch. Tooney's where it is. You should have gave me the alpha on that before it launched. The junior, and I mean, not, I don't mean, oh yeah, I'm gonna post this out here for everybody type of alpha. You should have been like, yo, this is when we're launching. This is where we're launching from. You know, you got to give up that alpha. But SPX 6900 over here doing all right, sitting at $1.28, not doing too bad. I'm high on this meme coin. I think that this meme coin, excuse me, y'all. I think that this meme coin right here is gonna run. I think this is gonna be a major player in this bull market. I know it's a little pricey at $1.28. People like to see 0 but I think that this one's gonna do numbers. This one's gonna do numbers. Uh, how do you know I don't have a bag already, Junior? You don't know that. Because I can tell you what, I'm not the dude to hang out and every token I have is TG. I can tell you that because people see that as something that it's not. You know what I mean? Sway, $4.42. Doing all right. Hanging in there. We're kind of looking right here. It keeps touching this line, $4.23, and it's playing in this tunnel right here. I think we're gonna get a breakout here pretty soon. Sway, I think we'll be just fine. I think there's a lot of upward movement there. Ethereum is having a little bit of a run this morning, which I like to see. We talk a lot of shit about Ethereum on here, because they deserve it. But I do own Ethereum, so I do want to see it run. I do own Ethereum. So I definitely want to see it go. I want to see it run. I own probably more Ethereum than I want to tell you the truth. More than I want to. You got the total 3 market cap. Altcoins look like they're. See, this is what I'm talking about right here, Ken. When you asked me what I thought what the weekend was gonna look like, I think that the weekend's gonna be okay. You're sitting at $1.07 trillion market cap on a total 3 right now. Altcoins look like they're coming back today stronger than they were yesterday, which is good for a Friday. Usually you would see this red candle on a Friday and you would see your altcoins really start to lose steam. Yeah, it's buying it down right now. But I think if the day moves on and you look at this total 3 and it continues to stay in green, you're going to have a good weekend. It's going to be a good weekend. And it looks like they're actually holding up really, really, really well. Better than what you would think that they would hold up on a Friday. So this is why I think that, it'll have a good run. This is why I think it will have a good run. With Solana running, let's look and see what Juke's doing. 87 cents right now. Definitely had big pullback from the Donald Trump. This is the Donald Trump run up right here. You looked at Solana, you've seen these big wicks up. Like this is that Donald Trump launch right here. And Melania, it's been down ever since. It's been down the past couple of days. So Ken, that don't look good. Ken, I'm gonna leave this right here, and I'm just gonna tell you that don't look good. That don't look good at all, at all. TokenFi, TokenFi is down to 3 cents. Surprisingly, TokenFi is down to 3 cents. Yeah, Ken. You got evaluate, Ken. But TokenFi is down to 3 cents. I like TokenFi. This is a great buy. This is a great buy right here at 3 cents. Tremendous buy. When we talk about real world tokenized assets, TokenFi, this is in the Floki ecosystem. I think that they're going to have a big run. I think that they'll have a big run here. Bonk, holding the line. It's holding pretty steady. It's holding pretty steady. Pepe, what we got going on over here with Pepe? 158. This is that big run right here that Pepe went on. And you see for days and days and days, it didn't build up any type of liquidity up in here, right? So this is what I call a danger zone, right? Because it's obviously went on this big run, didn't build up this liquidity sitting right here, went on another big run, kind of built up some liquidity up in here that we were looking at earlier with some support and resistance, kind of built it here, kind of tried to put some structure in here, over in this area right here, tried to put some structure in right around that 1.6 to around the 2.1 level, wasn't able to hold that structure. And this is the danger zone right here because there's not a lot of liquidity. So it's trying to build itself a floor. It really is trying to build itself a floor right now at 1.5, between 1.58 and 1.6. It's got to hold on to this. It's got to hold on to this level right now and start to build a floor, or we could see this thing. We could see this thing coming down further, which I'm not opposed to. I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing, to put in some structure, to put in some support, to put in some resistance, to find its floor before it makes this next move up. I don't think that people look at this as terrible. I actually look at this as a good thing. I think that this is a good way for Pepe to start to put in this structure, build its structure, and move to the upside. I think Pepe's in a great position right now. It's in a great position right now. Well, that's good that the dev team is challenging you. They should. A good dev team will always challenge its people. So, but yeah, I think Pepe's in a really good spot right now. I'm actually buying more Pepe on the way down. Actually, I made a couple buys, up in here. I made a little bit more yesterday up in here, up in this area right here. I bought a little bit more. We'll see where it goes today. If it starts to drop down a little bit, we will buy some more. Jasmine sitting over here right now, 2.7. Look at this line here at 2.7. It's trying to hold on to this line here at 2.7. And we'll see where it goes. It was scaring me a little bit with Jasmine because the Japan just raised their interest rates yesterday. And we know that Jasmine sits over there in Japan. So that tells me that the inflation's pretty rough over there. Scaring me a little bit when it comes to price action on Jasmine because of that. But we'll see if it can pull its way out of this, right? We can pull its way out of this. I think that's important. But pay attention to what's going on over there in Japan if you're invested in Jasmine, because that's going to play a big role in what's up. Aerodrome Finance, you guys know, I think that Aerodrome is going to be probably one of the biggest projects on base, right? I think that this project is absolutely going to be a monster. Sitting at 106 right now. It had a nice pullback here, man, but right now sitting at this crazy level of support, right? Ton of liquidity sitting here around 106, 105, somewhere up in this, that area right there. Play around with the numbers, give or take some, right? Got a total line of support right here. This is where you want to get into these projects. You want to get into these projects on lines of support and not lines of resistance, right? So you look at Aerodrome Finance and look at all that liquidity that's sitting there between 106 and 105. This is your entry point. And I don't only talk about Aerodrome, but when you guys are looking at charts, look at it like this, right? Where's my entry point, right? Like, where's all of this liquidity sitting on support, right? And them are your entry points, right? That's where you need to get in, And right now, this is the perfect example of a project sitting on support, right? That can move to the upside, right? You get no better chart than that to look at and say this is the best teaching moment you could possibly have right here. Like, look at that chart. It gets no clearer than that. That's about as clear as you can see. I was looking at that this morning and I was like, damn, that chart, like if you were gonna get in, now's the time. Like, that chart tells you everything you need to know. What else do we got going on? Where's Marbits? What's Marbits doing, man? I see these guys are trying to troll Trump with their post. That's interesting as well. But not doing too. Sitting at 642. Looks like it's moving up today. So not too bad. Hey, I want you guys to do me a favor. So we've been dealing with these charts over here for about 6 months right now, right? The same charts. Hit me up on Twitter, right? And tell me what charts you want me to put in this DeFi section right here. And we'll start looking at them every day. Tell me what charts you guys want to see on a daily or when I stream, right? And I'll put them over here and we'll look at them. But tell me what you guys want to see, right? Because we've been looking at the same charts forever, right? And I can run down through these charts. I can tell you which ones are going to make it, which ones aren't going to make it, which ones are dead, which ones are moving, things like that. But tell me what you guys want to see in these charts, and we'll start covering them on a daily. So let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see. And we'll take care of it. I'll put them in there. Because right now, like we've been talking about the same ones forever, and they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Either you're in them or you're not, right? Either you're in them or you're not. Look at Debbie. Selma, take a look at Debbie. 54.115 million. This chart's solid, man. This chart's a solid chart right here. This Debbie chart is definitely solid, man. Start with Neroni. Do you really want to look at the Neroni chart? We can look at it. 260K. Neroni sitting there right now. 0.03. Sitting at 3 cents. This thing absolutely took a shit. Beginning, middle, end. ONYX. Hit me up in Twitter on that one, Curtis. We'll put it up here. We'll look at it every day. I mean, that's the beginning, middle, and end of Neroni. Like it literally took a shit, man. Fucking thing was up to $1 and some change. It's down to fucking 3 cents. Do you see a recovery in there anywhere? And I only ask, I don't ask to be a dickhead, but at what point does this chart recover? XRP the one, what's going on, brother? What's going on? I mean, yeah. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that, Damn, excuse me. Man, this cold is kicking my butt. No, they haven't done their due diligence. And when we'll wrap this up because I do gotta get to work. Because I got a crap ton to do. But here's the beginning. Here's the news for the day, right? Let's recap this thing and make it make sense for everybody, right? So Donald Trump signs an executive order for digital asset stockpiles, right? So basically, he's saying he wants a digital asset stockpile, right? Wants to start investing in cryptocurrency for the United States, right? And there was a task force set up to look at this and cryptocurrency regulations headed by Senator Loomis, right? And Senator Loomis clearly states in here that she is in favor of a Bitcoin strategic reserve, right? But a lot of people have taken this digital asset stockpile as being more than just Bitcoin, right? And that very well may be the case, right? Very well may be the case, right? We may see a lot of no, it doesn't, Curtis. But we may see more assets in the stockpile outside of Bitcoin, right? So follow what's being said, right? So here is what's being said. And Donald Trump came out with this, and he's came out with this quite a few times and said that he wants to invest in American-based cryptocurrency companies. Well, who are the American-based cryptocurrency companies? Algorand, XRP, ADA, XLM, HBAR, XYZ, and of course, Bitcoin will be included in that, right? So if there is more tokens included in a stockpile of cryptocurrency outside of Bitcoin, it's going to be these, right? That's it. You're not getting Pepe, you're not getting Dogecoin, you're not getting any of that. You're getting these particular projects. Maybe it would be crazy if the Donald Trump token sneaks in here, but I don't think that that's going to happen because that would delegitimize the stockpile, right? It really will. It'll be a terrible look. It'll be a terrible, terrible look for the United States. But that's either here nor there, right? So just don't put too much thought into more than what's being told to you, right? And these are the things that are being told to you. So only look at the evidence that's in front of your face. Don't look any further than that. Don't try to speculate. Don't try to read into anything. Don't try to, put your money in places that, things haven't been said or things haven't been done. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Later, guys. All right, Curtis. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get moving for the day. Like I said, I got a terribly busy day at work. So it's absolutely nuts today. So I do got to get out of here for the day. So I want to let you guys know we'll be back at you guys on Monday. But really, that's the headline of the day, guys. Donald Trump is doing everything that he said that he was going to do on the election, on the trail. He's doing everything that he said he was going to do. He's doing everything that everybody expected him to do when he got here. And these are the things that are going to send cryptocurrency to the moon, right? And this is exactly what we're looking for from an industry. We want regulation, clear regulation, guardrails, and a strategic reserve of cryptocurrency. And that's all that's being done right now. So gotta enjoy, gotta love what's going on. if you're invested in crypto, especially if you were investing in it early, right? And you started to see, through the whole bear market, now you're starting to see these gains, right? But understand, guys, this is just the beginning. Don't go out here, and think that we're at the top or anything like that. Like, this is literally just the beginning. Remember, the ISO regulations take effect in March, right? People have to start being somewhat compliant in March. ISO tokens will run. Let's see what happens on this committee. Let's see what the recommendations are. Let's see what the bill that they put out is going to do, and let's see where this thing goes. But we are in the beginning stages of a monster bull run, and especially when it comes to these ISO tokens, guys. These things are going to absolutely move. These things are going to absolutely take off. So, the banking sector and the SEC has come out and said, your banks can now your banks can now be the custodian of your Bitcoin. So, now pretty soon you're going to be able to go to the bank and be like, yo, give me $200 in Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Much like you put your money in your savings account, you're going to be able to buy Bitcoin the same way. So, what's that going to do to the Bitcoin price? Does it stop with Bitcoin? I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see where this thing goes. Does it, do they offer XRP now? Do they offer all these different cryptocurrencies, that are in the strategic reserve? We're going to see. We're going to see what's up. And it's going to be interesting, but don't think about it more than what's there, guys. They've given you all the information, and that's the information. So with that, we'll be back at you guys on Monday. Stay tuned. Watch out for videos. I put a couple out yesterday or the day before. I can't even remember. I think it was yesterday. I'll put some more out this weekend. We'll keep you guys up to date. We'll get at it. We'll get after it. I know we haven't been going through a lot of price action on these tokens just because there's been such of a lot of news that have come out, but it's the news that's important, right? It's the news that's important. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on the prize. See you guys on Monday. We out. Bye.